Brightest blessings, everyone. Psychic medium Elizabeth Grove, the Paranormal Priestess. Welcome to the Paranormal Priestess YouTube channel. And if you are new, welcome. My name is Elizabeth. I am a medium, divine channeler, remote spirit extractor, white witch, and divine alchemist. And I also happen to be a divine twin flame on the path to reunion. It's been wonderful being here to support everyone who has been on a very unique path. Going through spiritual transformation, healing, discovering their twin flame, recognizing their soul light, working through closing doors on the past, discovering their purpose. It's just wow. The things that are going on now for people, it's huge. And if you have been going through a really rough time now, I completely understand. It has been absolutely intense. I have been going through a very difficult time myself. I've been going through a lot of ascension symptoms, so much pain, joint pain, spinal pain, crown pressure, sinus pressure, exhaustion, just feeling like I'm just not functioning. And it was really a challenge to do a video for you guys today, but I hope that you can recognize and appreciate my efforts. And that's why when I do these personal readings with you guys and I get to meet you from all over the world, I really understand what you're going through. And it's not easy. Being on a journey like this is not easy, but we are reaping so many benefits. We are transforming. We're becoming stronger. We are becoming liberated. We are going through all of this so it enables us to really share our hearts, share who we are authentically without fear, being able to be those new templates for the world, able to bring the Christ consciousness, be able to bring unconditional love, partnership, and how that affects the world. Really important stuff. We can't miss this. We are all in it to win it. We really are. It's not just myself and my beloved and how we're uniquely going through our journey right now, but we're all in it to win it. So I have to commend each and every one of you, as Archangel Michael always does. These messages, I'm here every week just to let people know if you are new to the channel. Every single week, Sunday Eastern time, depends on when you get to this video. But every month I do overall monthly messages that are channeled from the angels, and sometimes I'll do the channeled automatic writing, or actually automatic typing, which I did for this month. It all depends, but these are channeled messages to share with everyone to let you know that you're not alone. Hopefully these things, it tells you that you are within truth, that you are feeling things correctly, that you are experiencing things that are true, that are real. You're not crazy. You are absolutely not crazy. And I know it's difficult for a lot of you because there's no one to talk to about these types of things, no one that would believe it, no one that would resonate with it. But so you know, there's so many advanced souls like yourselves, twin flames like yourselves, light workers like yourselves, all across the world, and we are all going through this. So we're all connecting and we're all supporting one another, which is a really beautiful, beautiful thing. It's a beautiful collective. Archangel Michael will be speaking in these messages for the month of November. Now you can also take these messages and apply them to a lot of what we're going to be experiencing in December too. And I know for sure that this last tail of the year is, wow. We always talk about this journey being intense, but the intensity has just ramped up to 11. And it just so happens that we have the 11-11-11 portal coming up, which is going to be bringing through huge amounts of cosmic divine energy onto this planet, flooding it. But we're also going to be working our way into the December 21st solstice, which, from how I've been receiving it for some months, it's going to be something really massive. really profound. So I'm looking forward to sharing it when I get those messages. But I'm sure it's going to be working off of a lot of what Archangel Michael has talked about with these. So you might want to like these videos, favorite these videos, share it with others. A lot of these messages you want to go deeper with, so it might be a good idea to go back to it. This is collectively for everyone to help you guys understand the overall bigger picture of things. But if you're looking to really understand your own personal situation, I'm here as that direct channel. I don't use any cards, no tarot cards or oracle cards. Everything is direct messages that I'm getting from your team, your guides, your angels, the archangels, even deities that are around you. And for an hour, I really do say that if you're going to book with me, book an hour. 30 minutes, I'm thinking about just not even having that option up. We really do need that hour to go through all the information that comes through, but I'm here for you for an hour reading to be able to get into the details with your journey, your purpose, your twin flame connection, what may be coming up for healing. We get into a lot of that. What's coming up from the past? What are the stories? What are the false beliefs? What are even the false archetypes? What are the things that are blocking you from being the best version of yourselves? And let's dive into that and let's find out what the root causes are with that. And what are you here for? What are your gifts? What are your abilities? It's really immense, what comes out of a lot of these readings. So if you are guided to have a reading session with me, you can just go to the description below. The website is theparanormalpriestess.com. Even just to contact me, if you want to send me a message, let me know how my work has been supporting you or what you think of my work, anything like that. Just how to contact me, period. Theparanormalpriestess.com. My social media is also in the description below, and I would love to hear from you. Okay, so let's get into these messages now from Archangel Michael about the huge changes that are happening on the planet now that are actually really, really exciting. It is I, Archangel Michael. I wish to speak to all who heed this message. It is now time for the influxes of cosmic divine light to take hold and to activate planet Earth into a new beginning of 5D unity consciousness, where the dark can no longer have its hold. All dark beings that have been trying to hold steady with illusions, conspiracies, and hidden agenda have been only trying to create and recreate a wall of lies in which we're unable to be pierced through. That is, until now. Planet Earth, it is time. Unity will now bathe the earth. And where there has been duality, the light shines on all that has created the illusions of separation. It is evident at this time that so many on planet Earth have been suffering and have been filled with fear due to uncertainty. But now it is time to see that it is certain. The light is clearly transforming all and turning it into the certainty of love and unity by exposing all that has created duality and separation. The light is clearly transforming all that has been undetected, but has manipulated many at the subconscious level. Clearly, all that has been hidden behind walls of lies led by men of power and ego have never been as understood as it is now. The power of the ego in establishing distractions and diversions has for far too long mitigated the truth. The clarity of these atrocities out in the open are the shadow aspects of the human collective and the journey into the heart space at a great accelerated speed, moving into the end of the 2020 year and beyond. As we have promised, a new day would dawn. The end, as would be predicted through the times of Christ, is upon you all. However, this ending is a celebration. It is not as what was told by the dark agenda of fear-based lower consciousness. The end of the collective prison of 3D illusion allows for liberation of the soul and balance. It allows for room for truth to permeate the heart space and for a great incumbent remembrance to take place. Fear not that the world is lost to the dark forces, for the opposite is true. It is certain as well as assured that the coming of the Christ would happen. However, the time frame and orchestration of this event had to be inconspicuous in order to ensure its victory without chaotic destruction and ultimate demise. All has been according to organization of the light beings, with steps and processes to consider and much to evaluate. We have been here all along, dear ones. We have served all on the individual level as well as the collective level to assist with courage and awareness so that the light could bathe the wounds and the light would continue to shine on necessary patterns and beliefs that have caused only illusion. The world has been ran by illusion, dear souls, programs of the mind that have deteriorated the very fabric of the authentic soul. It is now time to build anew and to understand that this imprisonment of the mind is no more. Feel inside of yourselves, connect with your essence, celebrate your being and the miracle of your life force, and step into the gratitude of this. You are all wondrous and extraordinary individuals of unique and exquisite light that add a very important energetic signature to the world collective. The empowerment within you is now strongly activated. Where you have given your power away or imposed it onto others shall be clear in order to be restored and rebalanced. What is power, and how does it serve the human collective? These answers shall redefine planet Earth now. Distortions of power have been the downfall of the collective, the fall into lower consciousness and the disconnection from wholeness and truth. But now, dear ones, we travel home. Where is this home, you ask? Will you perish in order to experience this home? No. You are the home, your heart, your divine I am that I am, your expansion of the mother and father. You return to them and you return the planet to them as well. The anchoring of the light is what you have chosen to partake in. You have all made the choice to be the conduit of such grand and beautiful light where all is bathed in peace, love, compassion, creativity, and divine inspiration. You have chosen to be the templates of a greater consciousness and to be the catalysts of the higher paradigm of the fifth. You have agreed to dismantle the old templates and to reunite with your counterparts by individually creating the mother-father balance and wholeness within. You have decided to be the Holy Trinity vessel upon the earth. You have intended on mastery, and this is to be commended and celebrated. Processes of discomfort and pain are alarming indeed. These are the necessary components of divine anchoring processes and point to the damaging antics of the ego mind. We understand how many of you have struggled with the dismantling of the old templates and how you have clung to them for survival. However, there are other ways of living in your human form that will indeed bring great joy and comfort, well worth your efforts. Time is an illusion as we head closer into 0 point, where all time and space will be as one. For many of you, you're already experiencing quantum leaps and timeline shifts, where you're beginning to understand that linear time does not exist. It is merely a perception of dimension. You are multidimensional, loved ones. Your perception meant to cross many different realities and to experience them at will. We are allowing you to expand as you are meant to be physical beings of the multidimensional. Your capabilities and perception have been shut down and dormant for many lifetimes. You have always been so much more than the ego mind has told you. The crown of divine intelligence will be allowing you to understand and access all the divine information needed to function as one with source unity. The information will be determined by what your own higher self requires for the development and growth for this particular lifetime, where all karmic contracts will be completed and mastery and balance attained. So you see, dear ones, You are not without assistance, support, and victory. Give thanks, beloveds, for the victories of your souls, and see that all that you have journeyed through has been restriction of the mind. You are not your mind. You are not identified or defined by the ego mind, nor do you need to be limited by it. The lessons of separation, or the opposite of unity, were necessary for contrast. Through the lessons of contrast, you attain the awareness of consciousness to identify distinct truth. The soul wishes for this evolution in order to achieve a higher awareness or consciousness. It is the evolution itself that is the greatest of gifts that Source bestows upon all beloveds. It is the opportunity to incarnate into a denser form and reality in order to experience separation and duality itself. With these experiences, you all move closer to mastery. Curse not the shadows, dear ones. Embrace them and engage with them with the divine heart. Allow for them to be apparent and to love them without resistance that only creates more separation. Fragments become whole as before when welcomed and embraced with divine light from the heart. Wholeness is not out of reach. Wholeness was the plan all along. For those who look for this wholeness outside the perfection of their own soul, it will not be found. Thou shalt not want nor need, for the kingdom of God reigns within the hearts of humanity. Seek it there, and it shall be found. Wholeness is your birthright. Wholeness is your soul. Wholeness of the soul will be anchoring multitudes of light. With this light, may all of your heart's greatest desires be fulfilled. Unconditional love within mirrors unconditional love into your physical reality in all ways. Struggle not with this truth. Times of certainty are upon you. Michael, I am. Always really, really powerful from Archangel Michael. He made so many really very powerful points in this. Some that I just kind of want to go back to or reiterate. He talks about the power of the ego in establishing distractions and diversions, and this is for far too long mitigated the truth. Yeah, the world is really understanding about how the dark forces or the dark agenda has created so many diversions and distractions to keep people from understanding the truth. We have for far too long throughout history just been a very manipulated society. The 3D constructs really manipulated by dark forces. So many cover-ups, so many conspiracies. Michael talks about how the dark is always setting up diversions to try to get our minds to go elsewhere and not understand or not be aware of or conscious of the truth, and how this is not happening any longer. We can see this now on planet Earth with just everything being exposed, everything with the media being exposed, people, even celebrities and things that maybe we once thought were perfect. We're understanding that there were things that were going on there that were far less than perfect. We get to understand where we've been really programmed, even things like social media, and how we really lived in the prison of the mind, and how the prison of the mind, a lot of that was constructed by dark agenda, and how the ego, not that the ego, our ego mind is not meant to be this evil tool, but the ego mind, when it's running the show, basically, could be very, very destructive. But we're seeing all of this change now, and I love that Michael talks about the times being certain, and how we've been hearing throughout the news, right? A lot of it's fear-based. A lot of it we have to take with discernment as to what's true and what's not, and really form our own opinions and really feel it out. Really feel out what's the truth, how are we connecting to this, how are we resonating with this. But he talks about that these times are certain, even though we have been told that it's uncertain times. So Michael really talks about not falling into the fear collective, the fear-based collective, the 3D fear-based collective. It is a choice, and the divine beings talk about that, and how it is a choice whether or not we We choose to go into the ego fear, or we choose the heart space and the truth, right? And so hopefully we can catch ourselves when we're falling into that ego trigger again. We could recognize it that much quicker and bring ourselves back into alignment. But these shifts are happening and at a remarkable speed. And that's why we're feeling the things that we're feeling. I love that he says that you are all wondrous and extraordinary individuals of unique and exquisite light that add a very important energetic signature to the world. He talks about empowerment. He talks about the empowerment being strongly activated, your solar plexus being strongly activated, and where you have given your power away or imposed it onto others, it shall be clear in order to be restored and balanced or rebalanced. What is power and how does it serve the human collective? This is huge now. I've been getting this, especially in personal readings, about power and control and where it's been distorted, where you've given your power away throughout your history, even past lives, where you've had someone suppress your power. Even your twin flame, have they suppressed your power? Have they suppressed others? Have they been just in distorted power? Have you been in distorted power? We have a lot of the wounds healing, the patriarchal wounds healing, and how women have given their power away throughout history, and the emotions connected to that. How we make peace with that, how we release that, how we send love and light to that. And the masculines, how they have been recognizing throughout history how the masculine has been distorted in their power and control, and where there has been abuse in power and control, where how women maybe throughout history connected to them have been abused or suppressed. Have they played into that? And where can forgiveness come into play? Because forgiveness is always very healing. Forgiving ourselves, realizing that we just weren't conscious at that time. We did the best that we can at that time. And to really just sit down and not allow that heavy weight to be carried any longer. And if we've given our power away, we can forgive ourselves for that. We did the best that we could at that time. And, we've taken on a lot of projections from family, from ancestors, from 3D constructs, telling us basically that we don't have worth, we don't have value. And then the ego starts to believe that and starts creating stories, starts creating false beliefs. For those who've been in false empowerment or abuse of power, where that false identity comes into play, how there are stereotypes, how there's been stereotypes with the feminine and masculine energies, with the polarities. So think of distortion of power, imbalances of power and control with the polarities of feminine and masculine. And remember how you relate to that inside. And Michael talks about that. About your own, not just your twin flame connection, that connection there and that polarity, but about how we want to be whole within ourselves without seeking or wanting outside of ourselves, and how you've been imbalanced within your own polarity. Because remember, especially when it comes down to a twin flame connection, it all comes down to your own wholeness, your own balance within. And wholeness does what? It attracts the same. It attracts more wholeness into the physical reality. That's not only just with your twin flame connection, it's in every single area in your life where wholeness and higher vibration will be mirrored back to you in your physical reality. And Michael really stresses that about the wholeness within and how we are looking to balance ourselves and understand that it's something not to be seeked outside of ourselves, that it's within, and that the kingdom of God, Mother, Father, Source, the universe, however whatever verbiage you use to describe a higher power, that's already within you, that you've already come here as a whole and perfect soul. You really do. And it's about remembering remembrance he talks about. So really, really strong messages here, and it just shows you that everything that you're going through on the inside, individuals are going through this all across the world, and this, of course, is translating to all of the, we could say the event that's happening now. It's been several events all rolled up into the event of the shift, right? The paradigm shift from the 3D to 5D, but we're watching it. We've been watching it play out, especially this reset year 2020, how it's been playing out in the world events with the COVID-19 coronavirus and with the violence, the racial violence, and the media, and the craziness with the presidential debate. And I love that Michael really just wanted to make it very, very clear how just certain this transformation of the planet is, and that it's nothing to be feared as far as it being some sort of catastrophic event, and that we're all going to perish, and that the end of the world really means to die. It means that your parts of yourself that aren't serving, that's dying. The ego's dying. The old ways, the old paradigm, the old templates, those are dying. But although so many have passed with coronavirus, and hearts go out, our hearts, our love go out to those families who have lost people who've had the coronavirus. But the point he was making here is that the end of the world is not about the world blowing up and everyone dying, the whole planet gone, and that's the way it is. No, it's the metaphysical death. It's the metaphoric death. It's ending what no longer serves, and that everything is in progress and underway. So just stay with yourself. So I hope that these messages were really helpful and really validating. And again, if you know anyone that you can share these messages with, or if you need to go back and kind of sit with things and meditate with these messages and see how you've been personally relating to this, then please be my guest and do that. And again, I'm here, theparanormalpriestess.com, if you'd like to book with me. And that 11/11/11 gateway is coming up, really powerful influx of light coming through. We have the solstice. We're now direct in Mercury. Yay! But we have to really just understand, as Michael brought out, the gifts and the suffering and the pain, and how we are grateful for these processes, even though these processes are painful and challenging, how much it's really assisted our souls to go through magnificent transformation. And that's the reason. That's the reason why we're here. We're here for the love, right? We're here for the love. Thank you so much, everyone. Take good care of yourselves. If you rest needed, drink water. Drink lots of water. Electrolytes, water. Get that all in. If you need rest, take it. If you need to eat more. Whatever you need to do to give yourself that space. If you need to set your boundaries with people and with social media, here's your permission. Here's your permission right here to do that. Whatever you need to do at this time, it's urgent that you do that, to take care as you're going through so much so quickly. Thank you, everyone, and remember, from the heart of the darkness is pouring the light. Brightest blessings, and I'll see you all next week. Take care. Bye-bye.